G'day, it's October 9th, 2012. I'm just at the Liverpool Plains near Gunnedah, actually just east of Lewis, in a crop of wheat. Looking at it, it doesn't look too bad initially as you're driving past, but once you get down into it and have a good look at it, you can see that the number of heads per metre is quite low, probably around 30 to 50% of what you would expect to see this time of year. It's fully flowered. It's probably still about 4 to 6 weeks away from harvest, and the yield potential in a crop like this would probably be fairly low. Lucky to break a tonne to the acre. Still in the same field here near Lewis, and this is just a closer look at one of the heads off the plants we're looking at here. Probably will fill somewhere between 45 and 55 grains, but just the shortage of heads on the plant is what's going to hurt it. I'm still on the Breezer Plain. I'm just a bit closer to Breezer, a bit further south now. This is a crop of durum wheat. It doesn't look too bad. It always looks good this time of year. It's a lot more whiskery than the other ones, but you can see that the flag leaf's still quite pointy, so it's definitely suffering from this moisture stress we've been having. You look down in between the rows here and you can see the ground cracking quite deep. A little fella like me's got to watch out or I'll end up down one of these cracks. But the same story here is in the other paddock, where the number of heads per metre is still quite low. So I just done a quick head count, and it's probably 20% better than the other ones we were just looking at. The average grains per head will probably come out somewhere around 20% better too, so all in all you're probably looking at, you know, still probably not a bad crop, somewhere around 1.5 to 1.6 tonne I'd imagine once it's off. It'll depend on how these really late tillers come out and whether they just create a whole heap of screenings or whether we can get a couple of inches of rain and fill some grain out of them. But yeah, still a long way to go for this crop. Still at same place that we've just taken the two wheat pictures. This is a crop of chickpeas. Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty big ask for it to amount to too much at the moment. Crops are very sparse, short, no flowers. It's going to need a lot of things to go in its favour to do any good. The country's still quite heavy here. Doesn't start to get any lighter until we get a little bit further west of where we are. Just a couple of flowers, a few buds, not much at all really, and only about a foot high. We're still on the same place at near Breezer, just in another crop, another field sort of further west of the one we were just looking at. It looks pretty good, really, all things considered. Still a few weeks away, probably still 6 to 8 weeks away. Not quite as advanced as that last field, and showing the signs of a bit of moisture stress, but handling it quite well, really. Still the same yarn with the tillers towards the bottom of the plant. Whether or not they will make it or not, it's got a lot to do with the next 2 weeks. The ground's cracking quite a lot. See big cracks in the wheel tracks now. A metre and a half deep. Driving up towards the shed, there's a couple of runs along the edge of the paddock in the linseed that look a lot better than the rest of the paddock. I just thought I'd pull up and have a quick look at that. Gives you a better idea of how it sort of should be performing. Couple of kangaroos under the tree over there having a break.